Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
This is a new song for the new year, and I'm joined by my sister Stephanie here again. And this song is one I was working on for the last year from a story that our dad told us over the years. It was when my dad was 3 years old. A ship called the Moyle R run into a rock here in Cowhead. You'll hear what happened in the song. And so I wanted to write a song about it, and I started looking for some information. So I spoke to my grandmother Gwen. I read some stuff that a write-up of Daniel Payne, who lives here in town, some of his memories of it. And I talked to my uncle Jesse, my nan's brother. And then between those things and also the stories my dad told me, we kind of put this tune together called the Moyle R. Did you hear about the shipwreck in the harbour of Cowhead? A freight boat called the Moyle R was anchored off the head. To shelter in the Lund, me boys, it was their full intent. But her anchor dragged all in the wind, and on a rock she went. The Moyle R, with apples we'll all be fed. For the Moyle R was grounded in the harbour of Cowhead. She could carry 150 tons, 112 feet long. Her name it was the Moyle R, that's the title of this song. She set out in December of 1954 with a load of cargo from Corner Brook to carry around the shore. The Moyle R, with apples we'll all be fed. For the Moyle R was grounded in the harbour of Cowhead. She reached the harbour of Cowhead, her cargo to unload. There wasn't a wharf in them days, so a scow had to be towed. They came inside the harbour for to shelter for the night, thinking to unload cargo when they saw the morning light. The Moyle R, with apples we'll all be fed. For the Moyle R was grounded in the harbour of Cowhead. They might have dropped their anchor down in a bit of sand, for the wind began to drag her, and on a rock she ran. I heard they tried to free themselves, but nothing could they do. When they tried her at full throttle, fire from her smokestack flew. The Moyle R, with apples we'll all be fed. For the Moyle R was grounded in the harbour of Cowhead. The people watched from on the shore, some watched the whole night through. To help those stranded sailors, they were wondering what to do. The wind picked up in the morning and the lifeboats couldn't be lowered. The people knew they had to try to save those men on board. The Moyle R, with apples we'll all be fed. For the Moyle R was grounded in the harbour of Cowhead. A motorboat towed the scow and all the rope that they could find. The people ashore made ready for to haul her by the line. They were so eager when the men were finally on the scow. They pulled so hard they nearly hauled her under by the bow. The Moyle R, with apples we'll all be fed. For the Moyle R was grounded in the harbour of Cowhead. So now they're safely all ashore, those dozen sailors bold. The Moyle R is shifting, spilling cargo from her hold. There's barrels of beef and apples and everything besides, a tumbling from the Moyle R's deck and drifting in with the tide. The Moyle R, with apples we'll all be fed. For the Moyle R was grounded in the harbour of Cowhead. The people came from all around to salvage all the freight. Some people dipped up barrels and some people jigged up crates. And now for Christmas dinner we'll thank our lucky stars, and I'll sit down to bologna salvage from the Moyle R. The Moyle R, with apples we'll all be fed.